Hello, 1B families. So I wanted to send a video to you about our new organization of Google Classroom. So I wanted to find something that was a little bit more user-friendly. Some people are having a hard time knowing where each of the assignments are or how the day progresses because the schedule's on one spot and then all the assignments are broken up in a different spot. So we're going to try something that's a little bit more user-friendly, I hope, and we'll see how it goes. So this is called our daily planner. So let me switch over here to our Google Classroom. Now, of course, mine looks a little bit different than yours, but basically we have the same thing. So the last couple of days, you have all of your learning blocks broken up separately with your other pieces in here, and they're released and they come out as the time of the class goes by. There's a lot going on here, and some people were getting confused as to which things need to be submitted to which block, or how do I find out if I'm missing a block, or where do I find this, where do I find that? So I'm trying to simplify things a little bit. So instead of having a whole bunch of different assignments for each of the blocks throughout the day, we're trying 2 separate files, and that's it. That's all you have for the whole day. So one of them will be called the daily plan. So every day you will have a slide deck, which essentially is a whole bunch of Google Slides that are combining all of this information together. The other thing that you will have in the day is a submissions page. So that page will have everything on it that you need to submit from that day. So there might be nothing you need to submit that day. There might be 2 or 3 things, but you will submit them all to the same assignment. So let me show you that one first. If I click in here and go into the assignment, oh, this is not a good view for you because yours looks different than mine. But basically you'll get the instructions, and then this file will have your child's name on it and be over here. Now for tomorrow, your child is going to need to submit 2 things. When they open that file with their name on it, you'll notice it has multiple slides over here. So the first thing they're going to submit is their WRTR pages. I've included a picture of it here so they know what they should be taking a picture of and posting here. Then you click on the next one and it's on the weekend writing. So this is the template. They have this sheet. When they're finished it, they'll take a picture and stick it here. And then it says, that's it. Return to the assignment tab. Okay, so we go back to the assignment tab and click the green button. So we would go back. Mine looks different, but there'll be a green button, turn in. If you happen to not put all your pictures in, let's say you just do WRTR, don't go back and turn in yet, because you'll have to unsubmit so that you have access to the file to put the next picture in. So all submissions are in one file. So hopefully that will make things easier for you to see what you're missing in a day or what you still have left to post. If it's not on here, it means I don't need it submitted. I'm finding that there's a lot of things being turned in that probably don't need to be turned in. So anything on here, make sure that I get it. Anything else that your child's done for independent work, but it's not in this file, I don't need it submitted right now. You can read it over together, keep it in your big box from the school so you have it, but I don't need it submitted. Now, if we go back to our classroom, so that's the submissions tab. So every day you'll have a submissions tab. You can click in there at the end of the day if you want, or after each assignment, and upload your photos. The other thing is the daily plan. So again, there will be just a little bit of information, and then there will be a slide attached to it that looks like this. So this is the whole daily plan for the day. You'll notice you have independent work, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, activity period, which is gym, and then dear time. So this will almost always stay the same. It'll change a little bit when we have music because music pops in here. Or if we have art, we know that art pops in independent work number 3. But otherwise, the way that you navigate and what the tabs look like will be the same day after day. Now, to work our way through this, I'm going to kind of show you step by step how we navigate this. But basically, when you open it up, you'll open it up to the very first page. Tomorrow, there'll be this video posted here. So if you haven't had a chance to watch it, you can click on it here. Also posted on the main page will be the meet times that your child's required to attend. and along with the meet times, we have the daily schedule. So I took this right out of the posting that I put on Google Classroom and on Edsby that shows you day to day what we're doing and at what time. So remember the yellow and the red blocks, they're in live meets. If you notice, those times correspond with the times over here. So 9:45 is the next one, 11 o'clock. The break times, we know those are not online or they're doing work. That's break for them. And then we have the independent work times down here as well, which correspond with the independent work times up here. So the best way to view this is actually in present mode. So if you look up at the top, there's a present. You can just click through the slides as they are, but the links don't work as well if you're to click on them. The best way is to use present mode. So I'll share it with you in present mode. So as soon as you get it, you'll open it up in present mode and you'll have access to all of these things in present mode. Now, you'll notice the videos here. This is the wrong video because I'm filming the video right now, but I'll have the right video in here and you can click it and watch it right in here, or you can open it up to YouTube. You'll also see there's our schedule and we're good to go. So when it's independent work time 1, you're going to click on the independent work time tab and it's going to bring you to like a table of contents for that independent work time. It shows you what time they should be working. And then it shows you the tasks. So for this independent work time, we have 5 tasks here. You'll notice the arrow says, click each task number for details. Okay, so the first task is to write each new word 5 times. If we click on the number, it will take us to another page that gives us details about task 1. So remember, proper pencil grip, slant your book, blah, blah, blah. Here's the new words in case you weren't sure what they are. Okay, to get back to that main page, the table of contents for independent work 1, you just click the tab and it takes you right back. Okay, so we finished task 1. Let's go to task 2. Choose one of your new words and use it in a sentence. So if we click there, it gives you some things to remember and it reminds you of the new words. We can click back on task 1. Let's look at number 3. Check your work with the exemplar and show it to your adult learning helper. Let's find out more. Click on there and yours should look like this. Oh, look at that. Mine should look like this. Now, you can click back here and it'll take you to that table of contents. Or if you come down kind of to the bottom here, you'll see some arrows. You can move, whoops, there's some weird arrows from my screen sharing. You can move forward by clicking those arrows. There's task 4. And there's task 5, or you can move back. Whoops, I didn't get enough. Or you can always click back and it'll take you to the main page. Now let's go back to task 4 for a second. This is where it says upload a photo of your work on the Google Classroom submission. So that was the file that I showed you earlier in Google Classroom. So you can either leave this slide deck and go back into Google Classroom, or you can click this link and it will automatically redirect you into Google Classroom, into the classwork, and there's the daily plan that we're looking at. Here's the submissions. You can go into here and make your submission. You'll notice the slide deck will still be open up here and still in present mode. All right, so once we're done with independent work 2, maybe it's independent work or one we're done with number 1, then it's time for number 2. And you've got essentially the same thing in each of these. So the first time you click on independent link 2, it'll bring you up to the table of contents. It reminds you of what time break time is after the work time, and it also tells you when your next meet is. Same thing as before, if I click on any of these links, they'll take me to the task and give me more details. Now this one asks you to do something on Seesaw. Okay, there's a link. Now there will be a direct link to the activity once it goes live, or you can click this link and it will take you to the Seesaw login page. You click I'm a student, enter your code. If you're already logged into Seesaw, it will take you right into Seesaw, and then you can click on the light bulb. So we'll go back here. We'll go to the table of contents. Let's say it's on to independent work number 3. So this one, again, same thing. Click on the number for each of the details. Lunchtime is after the meet time. Rejoin at 1 o'clock. Same thing for number 4. We can click on and find information. What does it look like? Where am I supposed to be? Click back. And then the activity time, there's direct links to things you can do for the activity time. Again, dear follows and rejoin the meet at 3. And then dear time, read in any of the following ways. And if there is any small group meets, those those people's names and the group color will be on that slide. So you can quickly check, was I supposed to be in that slide? I don't remember. So you can double check if that's your kid's time. And then if we go on to the very last slide, which I had to arrow because there's no tab for the last slide, it says goodbye and I will see you tomorrow. And if there's anything to remember, it will be on the very last slide. So that's a bit of an overview as to how we're going to try out our new Google Classrooms organization day by day. It's best if you do it with the present mode, so the links work a little bit better. But if you just like to see them all on the left-hand side and click them as you go, they're all there too. So that's perfectly fine, and it works just fine if you want to do it that way as well. I'll go over this with your kids Tuesday morning so they kind of get an idea, and I know it'll take probably a few days for us to get used to it, but give it time. I think this will be much more user-friendly and easier for us to see what we need to submit and where everything is all in one place.